Hello and welcome to Pokemon TCG Center. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel or like us on Facebook from now on. And you can also check the CCG Castle, our official store, who sell the Pokemon cards and merchandise for really nice prices. And you can find the great deals each month. And we also provide you discount codes on your purchases. So also with every purchases, you're getting the points, and with that points, you can redeem them in the future for some discounts or something other. And we also have the latest videos and deck coverage for the Pokemon TCG, and we also do some unboxing, and we will also do a Japanese unboxing in the future. So don't forget to click the YouTube, subscribe, and like us on Facebook so you can stay on with us and the future videos. So today we'll be looking at the top 10 EX cards in the current format that you'll be actually able to find when you play against someone, or when you're playing it by yourself. So in my opinion, this is the top 10 cards that I would like to say that would go from 10 to 1. So basically on the 10th place, I put the Gengar EX card. So Gengar EX with the Night Attack can put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, and with the Dark Corridor you can hit for 60 and leave your opponent's active Pokemon poisoned, and you can switch Gengar EX to one of your benched Pokemon. So basically, it was so popular, strong card with the Trevenant and Dimension Wally when the Hypnotoxic Laser and Verbeck City Gym was still illegal in the format, so you was able to hit for 80 with the Muscle Band, Retreat, and your opponent's active Pokemon was suffering 30 damage from poison per turn, while your Trevenant was in the active spot and your opponent wasn't able to retreat. So in my opinion, it was pretty much stronger when the Verbank City Gym was in the play. And of course, if you have Dragalge, you cannot even retreat. On the place number 9, I decided to put Lucario EX. With a strong energy, muscle band, and that fighting stadium, making it can hit for like 90 in turn 1 with only 1 energy and only 1 missile jet. And I only talk about standard EX cards, so this is so strong and so popular. And it was actually so strong, and it is still so strong card. And also Corkscrew Smash can hit for 30 more additional damages, and you'll be able to draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. So yeah, so powerful attacks, and also with the third attack you can hit for 100, or if you have Muscle Band and 2 strong energies you can also increase the damage to 180, or even with the 1 Muscle Band, yeah, you need 2 strong energies to hit for 180 with the Stadium card to your opponent's EX Pokemon, and in my opinion it's so strong card. On the number 8, I decided to put a Lugia EX for 170 HP, Aero Ball, pretty much like the Mewtwo EX from the next Destinies, but it says does 20 damage times the number of energy attached to both active Pokemon. So yeah, it's so popular and strong, but it's pretty better because it's not weak. So if you have mirror match with the Lugia, you won't be able to knock out your opponent's Lugia EX with double Color's energy and the Muscle Band. So it's strong. Also, Deep Hurricane is good. 150 or 170 with a Muscle Band if there is Stadium card, and you can discard a Stadium card. Of course, weakness on Lightning types, which is bad, but it have resistance on those fighting types, and it's good in my opinion. But nothing better from the 8th place. On the number 7, I decided to pick a Giratina EX. This one is from the Ancient Origins, and it says that prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Mega Evolution Pokemon. So it's strong against those Mega Evolution cards, and also Chaos Wheel. Once you hit for 100, your opponents can play dual Special Energy or Stadium cards from his or her hand to next turn. So this is strong against those decks that depend on the special energy cards like Seismitoad or Night March decks, but also your opponent cannot play tool cards or stadium cards. And there is the special energy and special dragon energy, which will help Giratina to pay those grass and the psychic coast attack. And in my opinion, this is the good and strong card, and I decided to put it on the place number 7. On the place number 6, I decided to put a Dialga EX, 180 metal type Pokemon with the Chrono Wind and full metal impact, 2 retreat cost, and of course weakness to fire, which is not so popular right now, and resistance to Psychics, which would be, in my opinion, popular. Chrono Wind for 60, with only one double colorless and one metal energy, you can prevent your opponent's EX by attacking you. And with the full metal impact, you can discard 2 energies and hit for 150 or 170 if you have Muscle Band, which is enough to KO the most popular EX cards in the format, like Manectric, Yveltal, Gengar, Lugia, or those Giratinas, which is so good and so strong. And since we have acceleration for metal type Pokemons, that's the Bronzong, it will be, in my opinion, so good and playable in the current format since the new Flowstone was reprinted. On the place number 5, I decided to put also one more metal type Pokemon, and this one is the Aegislash EX. With the Mighty Shield ability, it's able to prevent all damage done to Pokemon to Aegislash by the attacks from each of your opponent's Pokemon that has any special energy attached to it. With the Slash Blast, you can hit for like 100 with 3 metal energies, which is not so big problem because you have Bronzongs to accelerate. True retreat cost, you can find it with the Heavy Ball, which is good, resistance and weakness, same as the Dialga EX. So yeah, it's a strong card, also against those special dex cards like Night Marchers. But I saw that a lot of people actually attack Aegislash EX in the Night March deck, because once you have it in the front with the Floatstone, your opponent won't be able to attack you if you have it, and he have Night Marcher with the double colorless energy. Number 4. Yveltal EX, 170 Darkness type Pokemon. Of course, weak to lighting and resistance to fighting, 2 retreat cost, which is pretty much standard, but this card is so good. Evil Ball for 20 plus, 20 more damage, times the number of energy attached to both active Pokemon. So basically, you can hit for 2 energies for 60 without any problem, and with the Muscle Band, you can increase that damage to 80. And let's say your opponents have double colorless energy, that's already 120 damage counters. And with the Ice Cyclone, you can hit for 90 and move an energy from Yveltal EX to one of your benched Pokemon. So in the standard, it's still good card, but in the expanded, or when the Plasma Storm was active, and those dark patches when it was active, but dark patches would be reprinted, you can just Ice Cyclone turn 1, Dark Patch, double colors energy 90, and replace double colors to one of your benched Pokemon. And the worst possible scenario, you can hit even for 110 with that Muscle Band, and that's just ridiculous instead of damage. If you go second, you can just output so many damage counters with it. Okay, a little accident actually happened, my mouse dropped down. Okay, number 3, we have Manectric EX. Manectric EX is so popular card, also with those bats. I played with Seismitoad like last 3 months, and it's pretty good and pretty strong, especially against those Night March decks, because with the Overrun, you can hit for 20, spread 20 more to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon, but with the Muscle Band, you can take the knockout, or pretty much Joltix and those combis, and it's pretty strong and good. And with the Assault Laser, you can hit for 120, even 140 if your opponents have any tool attached to it. And let's say that pretty much everyone played tool cards. This is the just must-have card if you play electric type of decks. So in my opinion, with those Headringers, this is one of the most strongest and popular decks in the current format at this moment if you played with the Seismitoad and with the Crobat, Golbats and Zubats, who also can spread some damage around the board. So in my opinion, it's for the top 3, that's for sure. Number 2, I decided to pick the Shaymin EX because it's just overpowered card at this moment. I don't know which deck don't play Shaymin EX. So with the ability setup, when you play it from your hand, you can draw cards until you have 6 in your hand, and you can just Sky Return for the 50 with the Muscle Band, and 30 with the regular Sky Return, and return it to your hand. 1 retreat cost, which is pretty good. Even if you start with the Shaymin, you can Sky Return it with the double colors energy. And of course, if you play Shaymin EX, you will play double colors energies, Flow Stones, Muscle Bands, and any other cards that you actually need to have in your deck. Yeah, no need to talk too much about this card. In my opinion, it's just fantastic, and it must be top 3 cards, that's for sure. On the place number 1, yeah, it's just my favorite card of all time, Seismitoad EX, 180 water type Pokemon, Quaking Punch 30. Your opponent cannot play any item card from his or her hand during next turn. I think that this card will be actually more stronger with those new Empoleons that was actually printed, which says increased 20 damage to your opponent, to your active basic water type Pokemon. So basically with 2 Empoleons you'll be able to hit for 70 and with the Muscle Band 90 and prevent your opponent by playing item cards, which is pretty good. And also there's Grenade Hammer for the end of the game. You can hit for 130 and spread 30 damage to 2 of your benched Pokemons, but with Mr. Mime you can prevent that damage. You can search your deck for the Seismitoad with only Heavy Ball, and that's pretty good. Seismitoad EX, no need to talk about too much of this card. In my opinion, number 1 of standard format, and it will be just so good to play with it. Also in the expanded, but also in this standard format, that's for sure. So yeah, that was my top 10 EX card in the standard format. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more future videos. Until the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.